We can, confirm pretty soon whether or not there are any injuries. We've seen mostly fire trucks, not ambulance as much. You're taking a look right now, and I'm going to get a little bit closer to the screen so I can see what I'm looking at. And it looks like a firefighter is coming down from one of those ladders there. So I'm not sure if they're at the kind of end stages of putting out this fire, but it looks like there's more crews coming in. You can see there on the top right side of your screen where smoke and fire is just bursting out of this motel here, and really just all the embers and everything, just a mess there at that Motel 6. Again, 3-alarm fire at this motel off of Sam Houston Parkway. There seems to be vehicles there around in the parking lot now that we're getting a closer shot, which obviously probably indicates that there were people that were staying there other than the employees being out there. But there are several firefighters. I could just count at least 20 to 30 there. And we've also seen an ambulance. You can see that the roof there has just collapsed, it looks like, as part of the motel, and they're trying to extinguish the fire there. So just a mess out there, but a huge fire. And if you're taking a look at the top right side of your screen, you can still see another angle of that fire in a Motel 6, the plumes of smoke really just coming out of that motel there. So again, if you are just joining us, it is 4:32 in the afternoon, and we're taking a look at this fire. It's a Motel 6 off of the West Beltway and Westheimer Road. It's a 3-alarm fire that fire crews have been battling for at least 30 minutes now. And when we first got the report, it was about, I would say, I can look right now because we keep track of all of this on our pages here. So we haven't had another update from Houston Fire Department, but they first tweeted out something at 3:41 p.m. So we're looking at going on almost an hour. And you know, one of the other huge things to kind of take into account is that it is so hot outside, and these firefighters are out there battling this huge blaze, and now hopefully they've got it extinguished. And it looks like that most of that motel's roof has collapsed, and the front part there looks fine, but there are at least 4 to 5 fire crews and trucks out there battling this fire. We did see a firefighter coming down from one of the ladders. I don't know if any rescue operations were performed, but we do know that this fire seems to not be completely put out. We are waiting to hear from the public information officer and anyone else with the fire department that might have some more information. We did break into broadcast programming a little bit earlier to give you this information, so we do appreciate you streaming with us here on fox26houston.com. Again, if you are just joining us, this is a 3-alarm fire. The roof is collapsed at this Motel 6. It's located at West Sam Houston Parkway near Westheimer, and we see at least 3 or 4 fire trucks that have been consistently battling this fire. You see, I would say 3 ladders, and we saw dozens of firefighters out there. So hopefully this is under control. We do see some sparks of flames here and there, but it does just look like plumes of smoke that are coming out of this Motel 6 here, and we're waiting to get some more information for our viewers and obviously those who might have possibly loved ones that are staying there. We see also that the parking lot seems to have several vehicles there, so that indicates that there were people occupied in that motel. Currently, I'm trying to look to see if there are any updates, so if anyone, producers or anyone has anything, please do let me know. So far, we're just going off of what Houston Fire Department has put out, and any viewers who might be seeing something, you can also reach out to us as well. We would be glad to find out more information. You sometimes are the eyes and ears. We have crews on the scene as well, trying to get to the location, and obviously that's probably been blocked off, so it's hard to get there because you're out there, and emergency crews are the ones that need to get out there first. So right now we're taking a live look at through Skyfox, this Motel 6 fire, and we're just waiting to hear more information. It looks like plumes of smoke. I am trying to see any more information that we might be getting. So that's basically where we are at currently. Again, Motel 6, most of the roof has collapsed, and there are 3 to 4 fire trucks that are out there battling this fire, and it's on the West Sam Houston Parkway and Westheimer. So right now, just waiting to hear more information. And other than the huge plumes of smoke and sparks of fire, we haven't seen any rescue operations. We don't know if that's been the case or if that's currently even going on, but we do know that we've seen some fire engines extend their ladders. We saw a firefighter on one of the ladders actually coming down, and we do know that the roof collapsed just from what we were seeing from part of the Skyfox shot and what we're looking at here, and basically just telling you what we are currently seeing. And if you look at the top right side of your screen, you don't see any traffic. That's probably because it's been blocked off. It's the feeder road. If you can kind of see when Skyfox goes a little bit, I guess you would say north, you can see the highway there. But from this shot, TransStar camera shot, top right side of your screen, you can see the smoke billowing up there. So you can see the smoke, it would be safe to say, for miles. Again, a Motel 6 that we're looking at. And several vehicles are on that property. The roof has collapsed. We just don't know if there are any injuries. Right now, no civilian or firefighter injuries have been reported, which is good news. Now, we do want to warn you of the traffic impacts on the frontage road lanes of the West Beltway near Westheimer because of this fire and the emergency crews that are out there. So we did see one, I might have seen 2 ambulances, but the only reason that would be very significant, obviously, is to try to see if there are people that are needing to be rescued. Now, it looks like there is a firefighter climbing one of the ladder trucks there. I'm not sure if that's to, you know, not just only control the hose, but also possibly rescue. But it looks like now that there are 4 ladders extended and several firefighters on those ladders trying to just extinguish this massive fire, which seems like it broke out almost about an hour ago now. You're taking a look right there on the top right side of your screen where clearly they are using those hoses to extinguish that fire. Most of the roof at the Motel 6 has collapsed, and the frontage road lane, West Beltway at Westheimer, is blocked off because of emergency crews. And it's kind of a surreal scene because you look at something like this in a movie where you have 4 ladders and you have firefighters on it with this massive fire, and it's happening right here in Houston. It looks like the fire obviously not extinguished. You can see some flames still, parts of that motel. Not sure if there's been anyone injured, but we do know so far that there have been no reports, and there looks like there's just some civilians walking by on the right side of your screen in the Skyfox shot. I'm not sure what business is on either side of that Motel 6, but it looks like either side does have a business. So, oh, well, this is probably a better shot for me. I was trying to look and see what everyone is sort of doing, but yeah, you can see that it looks like there are businesses on either side, and there are people that are walking around, just civilians, but there are several firefighters currently on those ladders trying to put out that fire. You can even see on the ramp there, the water just running down, just gushing down there. And emergency personnel, as well as the ambulances that are out there. We haven't seen any rescue operations, which is good news, hoping that there haven't been any. But what is concerning is that there were a lot of cars in the parking lot. So that might mean that there were people at one point. Just hopefully there's no injuries, but nothing has been reported so far. It looks pretty calm if you look at the ground there, where the firefighters seem to have it under control in terms of what they're trying to do. So hopefully this fire will be put out pretty soon, because as you can see with the TransStar camera shot, Beltway 8 is on the left side there, West Beltway 8. And then on the middle of your screen, you're looking at for the TransStar camera shot, you see the frontage road lanes, which are the ones that are blocked off. But what you're looking at here is just another angle. One of our crews is out and giving you an angle of all of that fire, the plumes of smoke there, and hopefully, again, it'll be put out pretty soon. If you are just joining us, this is Beltway 8, West Beltway 8, right at Westheimer, and you're looking at a Motel 6. The fire was first reported. We got a tweet from the Houston Fire Department and noticed that. Got it around 3:45, and they said they were going to a 2-alarm fire, got upgraded to a 3-alarm fire. You can see 1, 2, 3 fire crews, firefighters there on that ladder, and there's at least 4 ladders to try to extinguish this fire. The roof has collapsed, and it seems as though they do have it under control. If you look at the right side of the screen there with the Skyfox shot, you can see people are talking here and trying to find out some more information. Hopefully we'll get our crew stabilized on the scene there. I know it's probably taking some time to get there just because there are roadways, that frontage road lane, as you see on the top right side of your screen, blocked off there. If you look at all of the crews, they seem to have their ladders extended, and it is just so hot outside. I can't imagine what the firefighters are going through at this time, dealing with a fire and just scorching temperatures. But if you are usually traveling in this direction, West Beltway 8 at Westheimer, the Beltway is fine in both directions. It's just the frontage road lane that is blocked off. So we're not looking at much of a traffic mess here caused by this. We just probably going to see a lot of smoke if you travel in this area. On the top right side of your screen, you're looking at an AC unit. It looks like just dangling off that hotel there, the motel, and fire crews just pouring water with that hose, and there's probably just going to be so much debris. Hopefully everyone has evacuated. Obviously no reports of any firefighters or any civilians injured in this incident here, but this intense heat that we're dealing with probably doesn't help at all when it comes to all of our firefighters that are having to deal with battling this motel fire. It was first reported by Houston Fire Department around 3:45 this afternoon, and we're just waiting to hear more information. It appears, though, there is a U-Haul storage and CubeSmart storage on one side, another motel on the other side, and there's a restaurant on the third side, so there are businesses nearby. You know, it's so hot outside. It's 100 degrees at least, feels like probably 110, and there is a heat advisory in place. So again, like I've been saying this entire time, the firefighters are really in for a really daunting task here, but they're doing an excellent job, as they always do. It does appear to be a total loss, obviously, as you look at it here, because majority of the roof has collapsed. The firefighters keep putting water on this motel, 4 ladders extended so that the firefighters can extinguish this fire. There doesn't seem to be any sign of shelter or people that are needing to be rescued. No injuries reported, so that is good news there. And we're going to wait to hear from the officials to give us the official information on any reports of any injuries, which is the #1 concern we have. But the big thing to take away here is that there's a fire, Motel 6, Beltway 8 West at Westheimer. The Beltway, traffic-wise, doing fine in both directions. The frontage road lane that you are going to see blocked off there. No reports of any injuries, but we will have the latest coming up on our broadcast in about 15 minutes. We'll see you then.
that he's still in limbo.